Hey guys, it's Zero here, and recently I've been going to Yu-Gi-Oh events at my local store. You know, local store. So I've been losing quite a bit, but you know, today I think I have a deck that can compete. Like it can really compete well. As in, I'm going to win every match with this deck. So it's got 59 cards because 60 is a little too inconsistent. And I don't have Upstart. But if I did have Upstart, then I would make this a 60 card deck, obviously. But anyway, so to start off with, rank 4s, they're really, really popular. So as sort of way to get out rank 4s, I've been using Photon Satellite. So now, this card, it's a level 1, but it can combine its level with another Photon card. So, well, the thing is, what Photon card are you running? Photon Satellite. At 2. Just think about all the possibilities. You can target one other Photon monster you control. The levels of both that monster and this monster become the combined levels of those two monsters. So, first one effect, they both become level 2s. Get out Toad as long as you have DNA surgery, DNA transplant. I think you need both of them. But anyway, so that's that. Okay. So, advantage is so important. So that's why I'm playing Swarm of Crows. You can flip summon it and discard an opponent's card in their hand. But that's not all. Because once you're done, you can flip it back down. And then you can use it again on the next turn. Obviously, amazing. So, there's probably a few fans of JoJo here. Joseph's famous line, I know just what you'll say next. Well, Super Agent knows just what you're going to draw next. He looks at the top card of your opponent's deck, and if he's right, he comes right out into the field. Then he can pop back row. Amazing. But I think we need some draw power. So, card D. Normal summon it, end your turn. But also, you can normal summon it, tribute it, draw 2 cards, and then end your turn. Now, I've been running sort of Dark Magician-y cards. So obviously. Whoa, that was kind of weird. But anyway, so obviously the goal with running 2 Dark Magician is that you get one of them out after your opponent clears the board, and then attack directly. Easy. You win the duel as long as they have 2,500 or less life points. But anyway, you can't be running the Dark Magician without the Dark Magician Girl. This is the gold rare version. I traded for this a while ago. But if you've already lost both your Dark Magicians, she's 100 points stronger than both of them for 1 less tribute. Amazing. Now, we make a few Synchro plays in this deck. So, obviously, we're playing tuners. So, I've got 2 tuners here. First of all, Gen X Ally Remote, so you can get out Gen X Synchros. Well, the thing is, I'm not playing any Gen X Synchros, but I am playing some Synchros. And Valkyrie of the Nordic Ascendant. We are playing Nordic Synchros. And obviously, you need a Nordic tuner. But we only have that one Nordic tuner, so I guess we can only make one of them. And it has to be Odin. But, you know what? Everybody in this game is running Kaijus. So, I am too. Super anti-Kaiju War Machine Mecha-Dogoran. So, everybody summons Kaijus. So, obviously, you need an anti-Kaiju machine. Now, a lot of times they don't summon it to their side of the field unless it's like with, what's it called? The Dark Hole thing. Anyway, it's a good card. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Yeah. So they get rid of yours, you bring out Dogoran. And then they get out Kaiju counters. And then you take those Kaiju counters. It's so good. But anyway, what if your opponent manages to get out a Gemini Elf first turn? How are you going to attack over it? Well, obviously, Gene Warped Warwolf. I've heard some people call this Genie Warped Warwolf, but it's Gene. Got it? Gene. 2,000 attack for free. Now, your opponent, if you're losing already, your opponent might be like, he's just going to set a monster. But then they attack. Penguin Soldier. This is such a useful card. Like, you can get rid of 2 of your opponent's monsters without destroying them. Just returning them to the hand, like that. Or, you can get rid of 1 of them and return it to your hand to use later. But for now, it's going in the deck pile. Now, obviously, we need to have some bigger beaters than Dark Magician. And I've heard that Phantasm Spiral Serpent decks are pretty cool. So, we're playing the original Spiral Serpent. It's great. It's amazing. It's got 2,900 attack and defense. Just barely beat out by Rabbit Dragon. And that's beat out by the Blue Eyes White Dragon, but obviously we don't have a copy of that. You know, there's only 4 in the world. So, next, we've got an even bigger beater. Rocket Arrow Express. 5,000 attack point monster for free. Just get rid of your hand. You don't even need a hand. It's amazing. Now, Blue Eyes decks are fairly popular now, actually, despite the fact that there's only 4 copies, as I said earlier. But, light monsters, they've always been relevant. Like Light Sworns. So, we need some anti-light stuff. Ally of Justice, Garadhog. He gains 200 attack when he battles a light monster. 200! I think that card needs to go to 1. But I'm only running it at 1 anyway, because that's all you need. So, how are we going to get out that Dark Magician? Well, I am indeed playing some stuff to get it out. Double Dark Magic Curtain. Instantly, Dark Magician. For free, just half your life points. But, if half your life points is too steep a cost, obviously, you can just activate Ancient Rules, summon it from your hand, or even your Spiral Serpent for free. Amazing. Now, I've heard there are some good Dark Magician support cards, like obviously Dark Magic Curtain, but what if we need to get at them instantly? Dark Magic Inheritance. Banish 2 spells from your graveyard. Get 1 to your hand. Now, obviously, our only target is Dark Magic Curtain, but, you know, this is essentially like running a 3rd. Even though I have a 3rd copy, but, you know, Dark Magic Inheritance is just that good, because it's a quick play. It's fast, in case your opponent discards your entire hand. So, obviously, people are running spell traps. They've always been doing it. We need a quick and easy way to negate all of them. MST. Mystical Space Typhoon. Destroys, negates. It's good. Now, obviously, everybody is gonna make 1,000 chain links to everything. So you got a Chain Strike. Chain Burn is the best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Everybody loves it. And we've got Nobleman of Crossout. This card has been on and off and on and off the ban list so many times. It banishes a monster. And if it's a if it's a flip effect, then you can get rid of it forever from the deck as well. So if they have a Penguin Soldier, they're obviously running it at 3. So you get rid of the first one, the rest are gone. That easy. Now, we also need some protection, so Hippo Carnival at 3, because there are 3 hippos. It's just plain common sense. Although we can't access our extra deck, we don't really need it because we've got the Dark Magician. But for extra draw power, in case card D isn't enough, Jar of Greed. Draw one card. What does it do? Draw one card. It's even a super rare from Labyrinth of Nightmare. That's good. Now, what if our Dark Magician gets destroyed? Birthright. Bring it back for free. And Metal Reflect Slime. Just as another big defense wall. All of these cards are amazing. So, what if you end up fighting against Mecha Beasts and they give you tokens? Do a barrel roll. You can negate stuff if they give you Mecha Beast tokens. And Mecha Beasts are tier 1. So, you're going to be seeing a ton of them. Now, but what if your monster has too many monsters? If your opponent has too many monsters for you to be able to get rid of them and attack with Dark Perdition. Feign the Steel Chain. He attacks directly. It's amazing. And it changes opponent's monsters to defense position. Amazing. But what if your Feign gets destroyed and then you bring it back and then it gets destroyed again? Well, you just have to go into main phase 2, summon Brisote the Tailwind. You can get this out for free. You just have to have your Feign destroyed twice. And if it's used as a Synchro material, we are playing Synchros, like I said before, then you get 600 life points. It's just so good. So, also with this deck, I've been trying out a few engines. I've tested this, obviously, for many hours, as in I made it 20 minutes ago, probably. And the first one, Lightsworns. We're playing Raiden, that's one of our other tuners, Lumina, Wolf, and Lila. And Charge the Light Brigade. If you mill 3, maybe you'll mill Wolf. Maybe not, but maybe you will. If you mill one of the other ones, just add Lumina. Then you can discard a card and get it back. Lila, back row removal. It's amazing. All of these cards are amazing. Although, I was thinking of running Garoth, but, I don't know, a bit cloggy. Judgement Dragon, well, we could run Judgement Dragon, because we've got 4 different names, so that's an alternate option. So, for my second engine, Digital Bugs. Web Soldier, he gets them out of your hand onto the field. Cocoon Dancer, he gets it out of the graveyard onto your field. These two have so much synergy. It's incredible. And Gardna. Your opponent's about to attack for game, special summon it from your hand. And then you can make it undestroyed by that battle for the cost of 1 card. And then, if it survives, Gobble, destroy their problem card. It's just so good. Now, I've heard that Zephyras are a deck, so we've got 4 Zephyr cards. Shadal Zephyr Naga, Zephyr Core, another Zephyr Naga, and Ritual Beast Tamer, Zephyr Pal. These are just for Pendulum Summons, although they can only Pendulum Summon each other, sadly. Now, so it's turn 1. Set back row and pass. They're thinking, oh, he only set 1. Clearly he's not playing artifacts. I'll just Oh, it's Aegis! Free wall. Or you can tribute one of your own monsters, set it, and then you have that massive 2500 defense. Incredible. This deck is amazing. But another thing, if your opponent's attacking for game, discard Kuriboh. Negate the damage. And after it's in the graveyard, you can use Kuriboh's effect and bring it back. I even have another Kuriboh. I don't even remember if they can summon themselves. Yes, they can, so that's even better. Now, we also need a rank 2 engine, even though we're not playing any rank 2s. Kalios. They both work so well together. So, they both summon each other. If one of them's in the graveyard, activate the other, special summon the other one. And then you activate another one of your amazing trap cards. So, obviously, the most common the most powerful engine in this game right now, Zodiacs. So I'm running Bunny Blast, Ram, Cataroost, a Gathering, and a combo. This is just the best engine. Some people say you should play Ratpier. Ratpier is just too cloggy because you always draw 2 of them turn 1. And then you can't use their effect. Or, well, sometimes you draw both of them at the same time off Pot of Greed or Card E, but still too cloggy. But these ones, they don't clog. When they get destroyed, you get so much recycling. Like, Cataroost, it shuffles one of your Zodiacs back into the deck for use later. Now, of course, I have the best engine in this game. I think I've discovered this new engine. Resonator engine. It's the best engine ever. So, now on to extra deck stuff. So, we have 2 digital bugs. So, obviously, digital bug. Now, for our Zodiac engine, double Hammer Kong. Now, we can't actually make rank 6s, but we do have Hazy Flame Basil Triss. And for our rank 4s, other than the Hammer Kongs, obviously, number 44 Sky Pegasus, Kachi Kochi. Attack twice. Or just get rid of a problem card. And if your opponent doesn't want to get rid of it, they can pay 1,000. But then they lose 1,000 life points. So we're playing all 3 of the Aesir monsters, along with 7 Swords Warrior and TG Recipro Dragonfly. We can't even make that card, but we're playing it anyway. So my last option for the extra deck is it's really been pretty common recently, Baby Dragon. But we're not just playing 3, we're playing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 Baby Dragons. Just in case the other 15 get destroyed, you pull out your 16th one. I haven't been kicked after this, I swear. So, now on to the extra deck. So, instead of playing the other Kaijus, like stuff other than Mecha-Dogoran, we've got Soul Exchange. It works the same way. Now, you might be in a hopeless situation in your duel, so you gotta side in hope for escape. Although, obviously, you're never in a hopeless situation with this deck. It's too good. So, they've got a field spell out, Focalt's Cannon. Destroys it during the end phase. Are they playing a self-mill deck, like Lightsworn? Paralyzing Chain. Burn them to death. Are your digital bugs too weak? Bug Matrix. 300 points. If you really want a big beater, Big Ben K. If you are fighting against Mecha Beast, and they give you 2 tokens, you can bring back your digital bugs with O Token Bomb. If their monsters are super strong all the time, Obnoxious Celtic Guard. Are you getting at Aesir monsters incredibly consistently? Solemn Authority. Are your Xyz monsters getting destroyed? Well, they are also playing an Xyz deck. Xyz Revenge. Are they playing Lightsworn? Why not speed up the process with Don Zaluk? And, since searching cards is so common recently, Return. They get to put it back into their deck. They don't even get it to their hand. And, because you're playing Kuriboh, you contribute it with Detonate and pop a card on the field. So now, my final card for this deck is, well, I've heard people say play Twin Twisters, because it's good or something. But I've only got the 1 Twister, so just play it with 1. It's just as good, really. You don't need to play Twin Twisters. 1 is good enough. So anyway, tell me in the comments how well you've done with this deck at locals, because obviously you're going to try it out unless you don't have some of the cards like maybe Baby Dragon. But I think that hitting my camera is a good way to end this. Goodbye.